And big update coming in on the broadcast now, and this concerns the conflict only escalating between Israel and Palestine, with the Israel Defense Minister now ordering a complete blockade on the Gaza Strip. This is what he said. There will be no electricity, no food, no fuel. Everything will remain closed. So Israel's Defense Minister ordering a complete siege on Gaza, saying authorities would cut electricity and block the entry of food and fuel. My colleague Abhishek, who's brought us that input, is with us on the broadcast. Abhishek, Israel and Egypt, both these countries have imposed various levels of blockade on Gaza since Hamas seized power in 2007. This is no different, but this is only escalating things further. And like the Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Netanyahu, had said that this is war with Palestine.
Well, it looks like, as the Israeli government has said, that they are going to do a major counteroffensive and take out all those responsible, those terrorists from Hamas, from Gaza Strip, who have been hiding there, and there is a hostage situation also there. They had indicated that the civilians in the region should vacate the area. They should go to some other places because there is an offensive that is being planned, and Israelis want, of course, to minimize the civilian casualties. So in that direction, this supply of food, fuel, or electricity, water, this is being to ensure that maximum number of civilians leave the area. They are encouraged to leave the area and discouraged to stay back. That will, in a way, kind of minimize the civilian casualty, because there is going to be an imminent fight between Hamas militants in Gaza and Israeli forces who are going to go and do those operations. So in that order only, to ensure that many people leave that side, that is the indication that Israeli government is giving to the people. Now, the people from Gaza, they will have the issue because they cannot cross over to Israel because of the tense situation. They cannot go beyond their borders towards Egypt because there is also blockade, and Egypt would not like to have as many refugees, especially in the wake of current crisis with Israel that would escalate to another humanitarian crisis along Egyptian border. So it's a very tricky situation right now. We'll have to see how the situation unfolds, how the civilians, or humanitarian crisis also unfolds in the wake of this massive war that has erupted between Israeli forces and Hamas.
Right, and Abhishek, as it is, the Gaza Strip is being called one of the world's largest open-air prisons, considering these blockades have continued to be announced by the Israeli government ever since Hamas took power there, and these retaliations continue. This one has completely taken Israel off guard. They were not really ready for something like this. Their Iron Dome system also, on the first day of attack by the Hamas militants, did not seem to be working as such. Do you think, and when you mentioned about the hostage situation where there are many Israelis who are still trapped inside the Gaza Strip, are the authorities not planning to cater to them, not trying to look at ways to get them out of that situation?
In fact, that is one of the reasons why the offensive, though, has been very aggressive, but it has not been in a way like door-to-door countering those terrorists or trying to evacuate people who have been held hostage, because Israeli forces know that the situation are tense. The Hamas people, they are also kind of well prepared and waiting for Israeli forces to come there, and probability is that these hostages might be used as civilian shields. That will deter Israeli forces from using more force, and in a way it will be detrimental for their presence, and they will have more casualties, able to inflict more casualties on the Israeli side. So it's a very well-planned scenario that the Hamas has done. Of course, the Israeli intelligence failure is something that the people have been talking, even the diplomats of Israel, they have also been accepting, but they have said that...
No, absolutely, Abhishek, but my question to you is, are those hostages not going to be collateral damage if Israel takes such a drastic step?
Well, that could be a possibility, provided Israel does not care about them, because there are several foreign nationals also, and there are several governments, including Mexico, Ukraine, Nepal, they have, kind of expressed their concern and their worry for the people who have been held hostages, and call for the hostilities to end and restrain from using force. So, in that condition, using full force against Hamas people and then apparently causing some kind of fatalities of foreign nationals also, that may create some pressure on Israel, and Israel would want to avoid any such scenario, and probably that is one of the reasons why the door-to-door countering of terrorists in Gaza Strip has not started from the Israeli side.
All right. Abhishek, I'll request you to stay on with us.